So guys, yesterday I found a system of numerology. This comes all from one of my guides, Shivaji, who has pointed this out to us. And this stays on this channel, okay? Don't go around sharing this technology with everybody. I want the Flow Jedis to know and the really important people to know about this tech. Maybe some of you who are Jewish already know about this. It's called gematria. This technology will be used to expose the people in the matrix and see through illusion. Okay, it's basically there to connect the dots, there to see the bigger picture. And a lot of the synchronicities that you'll observe through this app, through this technology, is fascinating. Now, I've never been interested in math, but this kind of math or sacred geometry, because matria is actually geometry, right, in a sense. So it's a numerological system that's been used in Hebrew, in which Hebrew letters correspond to numbers. And this has been created by the people who started the Jewish mysticism, the Kabbalah, okay? Kabbalah meaning to receive. So it's been used a lot in deciphering like a lot of different types of texts and things like that, like the true meaning behind the word, in a sense. So it's like almost the way I think about it is like the aura of the word, or the essence of it, or what it really stands for, like the values behind it, right? The substrate, and then the enzyme is the word, right? So I think that this is going to be very, very powerful. I'm going to be using my name as an example here, and let me just put it into the app and see what comes up. So looking at my name here, you see that it's 990, okay? Which is very interesting because just my first name is 420, blaze it, okay? It's interesting because a lot of things correspond to 990. So what I did was, this is the way my mad scientist brain works, okay? I took the number 990 and I put it back into gematria on this website called gematrix.org. Okay, gematrix.org. And the app I'm using on my phone, I believe, is just a regular gematria app, but I'm using the English version, so not the Jewish version. There's also the Golden Order of the Dawns version that they use, and there's a lot of versions on that app that I'm noticing. So it gets really deep. I'm sure secret societies have their own way of deciphering this code, and they've been using it for a while, including all of, like, the Freemasons and all these different people. Hopefully this video doesn't get taken down. Hopefully people recognize the power of this thing. And also definitely check out this YouTube channel. It's called Conscious X. Maybe not a lot of what they say is 100% accurate, so take it with a grain of salt, but it's cool that they're using this technology of gematria to expose industry plants, in a sense, okay? Which I find very fascinating, and I think that a lot of people will find it very fascinating. Now, moving forward, the 990 is the same aura, word aura, I guess you could call it, as visionary. Okay, this is not to toot my own horn or anything, right? I've just picked up a lot of the different things which resonates with my beingness, or I'm starting to understand it to greater depths, right? That kind of align to my path working. So I'm just sharing those things. One of them is make Earth great again. Okay? Make Earth great again. Maybe I'm like the alien Trump, who knows? I mean, the hair definitely does it, right? Mark of Immortal, okay? Mark of Immortal, that's a weird one. The ocean is freedom. Key of Solomon. I am able to read minds. These are all keywords, right? So you can put in phrases in there. You can put in basically words in there. You can put in numbers in there. This has a lot of value, okay? Especially for me. And also knowing how many people have searched these terms. So in GE Matrix, you kind of see who's searched these terms up, okay? And how it relates to the interwebs, which is also a form of the ether, right? The etherwebs, the internet. Dragon Ball Super is 990. Alien Technology is 990. Looney Tunes, which is recently that Injun Joe thing that is from Looney Tunes, blew up for me on Instagram, and I never knew why. It might be linked to this, who knows, right? Predictive programming. Higher Vibration is 990. Hello Earthlings is 990, so Alien Contact, which I'm very familiar with. Okay, let's just say that. Elixir of lives, change is inevitable, which is like the idea of transformation. So I'm just giving you a few examples here, right? But I hope you guys get a clear picture in terms of this. What's very, very interesting is our path working. If I put in Primal Sutra, it gives us 888. Okay? That blew my mind first and foremost. I had planned the name Primal Sutra out with the deities that I use, and we kind of tried to fine-tune the name, and the numerology came afterwards. Like, we didn't even think about the numerology aspect. But knowing that it's 888, and we've been following this kind of path working of infinity, we've been talking about the eightfold path, we've been talking about, you know, the idea of infinity, the node of infinity. We've been talking about 8 hertz being the flow state frequency. We've been talking about a lot on this channel that has already been, you know, perpetuating the idea of 8. And to see that it's a 888, it just blows my mind. And I think it's gonna take some time for me to really wrap my head around this thing and how to use this in the most ethical and constructive way to heal and help humanity. Because a lot of people can use this technology for bad too, which is why I give you a warning. I hope I don't have to repeat these because I have a disclaimer in each video. But you guys, I hope you guys get it at this point, okay? You don't need to get so caught up in the industry plans and what they're doing and who they are, though it does seem kind of fun. It's almost like a joke in a sense. It's almost like, you know how Alex Jones said he was Bill Hicks at one point, right? People who look alike are like doppelgangers, right? But I think this has greater spiritual implications, okay? And I'm sure someone who reads the Torah or the Talmud or knows anything about Jewish mysticism or the Kabbalah, if you comment on this video, maybe I'll get a better understanding or a context of this thing and what's really going on with this technology, because I think there's way too many synchronicities that I'm noticing while I type in just my name. And that's kind of wild to me. So try it with your own name. I'd be very interested to know what comes up for you and whether it makes any sense or it's complete nonsense. I mean, I've had some of them which was quite nonsensical as well. Let me pull it up. Let's go to a random page. There's some very strange ones, right? I like this one though. Healing people makes me happy. It definitely does. Nothing but dust. Subjectivity. Superior brain. The now moment. The Pink Panther. You know what? The way my brain works, I could still find a link to all of these things that I just said, okay? So I don't know. I really don't know at this point. Like, I'm just kind of pulling at straws, but I think that it definitely has a very, very profound implication for our planet and how we use this technology for our greatest benefit. Let's get all the world's greatest mathematicians together to crack this thing and this code, because clearly the ciphers is how these evil people, the dark arts, thrive in this world, being hidden in the occult. And once you get that insider information around it, we can actually help to save the planet, to be better people, to use this technology to better our lives and change the world in some sense. The understanding the patterns, because to me this technology seems like it's a pattern recognizer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Try this app out. Let me know what happens when you know the number that comes up and it shows your name. Put that number back into GE Matrix. See what comes up. Go to the English version from the Jewish. Just scroll down and start looking, and you might find some synchronicities that you might have never considered before. This was my video today, a little bit different, but I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope this gives you some understanding of how to take this journey next. Maybe we can see through the quantum and the astral and the internet, like invisibly, in regards to the wording or the aura of our names or words or phrases that we use. So Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it. Upward spiral, gang. You already know.